Hello everyone and welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. My name is Stefan. Thank you for coming to the channel. So I was working on my computer and I looked up left, and this is the view I have, not too shabby. But what I noticed was maybe I've got a rival for the most outstanding pleco in this aquarium. This Longfin standard type, but Longfin is very, very cool. Now, the hero in that genus was the red bristlenose that I have in this tank, and if I can get a comparison shot before it's all over, you can see why he was the superstar of this aquarium, at least when it comes to Plecostomus. He's got plenty of rivals in the color and finnage in the other fish, like the star fish. Look at that ear tail. It's just crazy. Now that's not rot at the end, that's just a white coloration, and this tail just keeps getting longer and longer. Just a stunning, remarkable fish. But what drew me to make this film was this guy here. Now I want to see him move without startling him. I got this as a juvenile from one of the swaps here, maybe a couple months ago. I'm not sure, maybe 3 months. They're slow growers, so it's been in the tank longer than that. But he has grown, and now he's kind of like in that second stage. If you watch the Godzilla movies or study the history of that monster, the true Godzilla as envisioned by its original creators showed stages for the creature. I don't know if it's the original vision of the late 50s original, but Shin Godzilla, etc. The reason I'm going on this tangent is it seems like a fish like a Plecostomus has stages where it's, you know, a little teeny tiny fry, then it's a juvenile, and it stays like that for a long ass time, and then one day you look up and it's now in the second stage where the fins and everything are just flowy and erect, and it's definitely a young adult. And the stage after that will be when or when not it develops the iconic mustache, the bristlenose, which I think there's a hint of it here, but honestly the females have it in a small way that as well. It's when they start to grow bigger, and that takes a while, a year or two, you know, maybe, at least in my experience, but I have limited experience. Still, that would be the third stage, and then the fourth stage is just, you know, when it's the full Godzilla. And fortunately for bristlenose, the reason why they're in tanks that are relatively small for Plecostomus is because 5-6 inches is generally where it will top out. And since the hardscape and the plants are firmly entrenched, he or she and the other Plecostomus in this aquarium aren't really going to uproot anything. So that you know, not being able to have plecos in a planted aquarium, I think, is a myth. I get where some of the bigger varieties will just like move rocks. They're truly Godzillas, but with bristlenose, I don't think I'd put one in as soon as I plant. That's asking for some trouble. Nothing major, but you know, uprootings and things of that nature. I don't ever find them picking on plants. I'm sure that does happen. I know it does happen, but I haven't found that many leaves where I suspected such. And that's probably because I do feed algae wafers every other day, and they love those. I probably should have put a couple out when I'm talking about Plecostomus, because the other guy would have very, very likely come out, as well as I think I have a couple others in here too, to be honest with you. I know I do. There's a standard that I got as a tiny teeny And I see him in the back. You won't pick him up because he's kind of camouflaged into oblivion back there. And before I sort of sign out, I'll just look at, there's the black Correadora Schwartzei. And there's the orange laser. Got a group of both of those in here. There's a tiny one. Now that is how I bought that big one I've been showing off. This guy started like that little one I had just discovered. And so that first stage, you know, sure, it looks the same, but it feels so much different. He's down here. You can see his little tail there. Beautiful patterning. And then boom, his older brother. And then there's the next and the next. Now, none of what I just said is scientific. It's more poetic. Just having fun in the hobby. And I hope at least some of you can appreciate that. As always, keep your hands in the tank, and ciao for now.